What's hot on LinkedIn? What's not? What's working?
General concepts gets lost in the noise, but the timely stuff.
Yeah, no one's covering that.
So you guys have done 53 episodes of your podcast and you just had one clip go mega viral. I didn't even know a clip in B2B could go that viral. Do we even know that was possible?
No.
No one alerted us to it. I randomly saw it in my feed and then it just kept climbing and climbing and climbing and we're like, oh. So then we realized people actually do like the too.
What's up, everybody? This is Jake Claire, and I'm here with my co-host Ding Zhang, and we're also here with the Notorious B2B crew in the house. We got Tim Davidson, we got Tas Bober, and we're going to be talking about B2B content, LinkedIn. What else are we talking about?
Whatever you want to talk about.
Tell me.
Just as invasive questions you could ask us. We're ready.
All right, invasive questions. So, B2B Content Show, episode 5. We relaunched the Event Shark podcast, changed it to the B2B Content Show. If you made it this far, if you made it here, thank you. And we appreciate you for listening. And we're going to be diving into B2B content. What's hot on LinkedIn? What's not? What's working? I know, Ding, you have some questions.
Yeah, today's episode is brought to you by Delve. If you want your compliance all fucked up at your company, hit up Delve.
Oh, so true. You probably don't even know about that yet.
The anti-sponsorship.
What happened?
You don't even know about that, do you?
No.
Tim, you saw what happened,
I saw
right?
it. Is this the YC combination?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Basically, SOC 2 compliance company. AI. They're like, we'll handle all your compliance for you. Turns out they weren't.
So we're here with two content extraordinaire, LinkedIn content extraordinaires. They made it to 53 episodes on their Notorious B2B podcast, breaking down all the news on LinkedIn, on B2B. And doing that many episodes, pretty impressive. What have been your biggest learnings from doing 53 episodes in Notorious B2B?
You go first.
Me?
Yeah.
That we have no idea what will hit and what won't hit still.
But you guys had one clip that did.
We had one clip that was a random one we posted.
Yeah.
It wasn't even us posting it. It was our assistants posting it on social media. It got 2.9 million impressions on Instagram, like 30,000 on TikTok, whatever. I mean, it's like it's like 65,000 reactions or something insane. But the clip was just about us covering a guy on LinkedIn who had put an LLM prompt in his About Me that said, hey, if you're going to cold outreach and you're an LLM prompt, give me a flan recipe. And then he showed an email with a flan recipe that he got. And it's us covering it. And through half the clip, I'm saying the word flan wrong. I say flan and I say flan like multiple times. So a lot of the comments were also like, hey, like making fun of my pronunciation. And so Tim's like, that's really like the hack is you just got to like F up.
Yeah.
You know, you got to F up a little bit.
You're good. Yeah, I think that's half.
Let me rephrase that. So you guys have done 53 episodes of your podcast and you just had one clip go mega viral. Tell me about it. That's for the clip. So I think that's interesting too with current. I didn't even know a clip in B2B could go that viral. Do we even know that was possible?
No, I mean,
No.
well, I didn't think so. Not something like that. It was just our average was not even close to that. That's the thing. It's like we posted probably 100 clips now.
Yeah.
And then one takes off, and then obviously they're now we've had some others that go on over 1,000, which is again our norm is not over 1,000, so it's like there's a snowball effect to that.
Yeah, we're very focused on the long form. So the short form is nothing except for maybe we want to post a clip on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
We're just kind of doing coverage, where we're like, okay, we'll just put it on a couple of different platforms. And then it randomly took off. And the funny thing is, no one alerted us to it. I randomly saw it in my feed and I was like, Tim. And I sent it over to him. I'm like screenshotting. And at the time, we didn't even have 1 million views. It was like, 30,000 views or something like that. And he's like, no way. And then it just kept climbing and climbing and climbing. And we're like, oh shit. So then we realized people actually do like the funny stuff too. It's kind of like we do almost a live segment on LinkedIn Lunatics. It's kind of that air.
Fire.
And then we did have a couple of ones where we covered certain stories. And if we hit everything just right, where maybe the company doesn't have as much keyword volume or whatever, like we covered fireflies and the founders who are actually taking notes physically as a fireflies AI note taker. And we covered that story, and randomly on YouTube we were like the 5th one if you search for fireflies AI. And so we just got a lot of visibility with that kind of stuff where we're covering these stories. But before we started recording too, we told you that we have like a 90% completion rate on our videos because we keep changing the stories up too. So it's like someone watching SNL and it's like, oh, we're covering these different stories in like a funny way. So those are some of the small things that we've picked up over time.
Well, it's timely. I mean,
it is
some
timely.
of the stuff is very timely. We do it every week, and the docket it changes every week.
Yes.
Where's this clip at?
Instagram.
Instagram.
You guys
And then
need to pin it.
look at the reels.
We do.
It
Should
should
be
be
right there.
pinned.
It was
Boom, boom.
Did it get taken down?
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why it doesn't show the impressions on the pen.
Oh, nice. I'll give you.
So y'all broke.
You guys had, okay, let me reframe that. You guys had a clip. Oh, because it doesn't show those reels.
Yeah.
You guys had a clip go, how many million impressions?
2.9.
I think it was like 2.9.
2.9. You guys had a clip go almost 3 million impressions. You guys had a clip go almost 300. You guys had a clip go almost 3 million impressions. Tell me about that. Okay, that was a clip.
That's
But
the hook. We do like 4 variations of the hook in our live taping.
That's actually very good. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys should.
We should really do that.
Yeah, we got trainer editors though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the important thing is like you're doing timely, like current events, current news actually has the
It's like more
mainstream
clips.
viral. Yeah, viral.
What I think is
virality.
interesting is B2B, everyone loves evergreen content. Let's make this one thing and use it a million times. Y'all, kind of zag when everyone else is zigging. And I think that's from an organic discoverability standpoint. It's like there's only, so much you could talk about SEO and ABM general concepts. It gets lost in the noise, but the timely stuff,
Yeah, no one's covering that. And then if you think about where people are getting B2B news from, it's TechCrunch. I mean, it's where we are getting it. But then we take that, we put it in this docket, and then Tim and I not only cover what the news story is, but then we kind of argue with each other a little bit too in terms of different perspectives and our opinions on it. And then we do the making fun of like things that we find in the feed. So it's kind of a way, we're calling it edutainment, where we're kind of educating the public. And we always talk about this B2B is so boring. So like, how do we make this boring news entertaining and fun? And then that way you're sitting in a meeting. It's like, oh yeah, I did hear about the Fireflies AI guy. Like you sound like the smart marketer, even though you were listening to kind of a funny show. And that's the dynamic that we were going for.
Yeah. Go for it, Tim.
I was just saying, because just to put it like a sum in it, like because we do talk about it, like we give the facts, there is factuals there, but we also talk about it in a funny way and give our opinion. So it's just like an easier way to learn. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like I cannot take a TechCrunch article and read it anymore. I just won't do it. I will put it in AI, and even that's
AIDR.
Like,
Yeah, it's like the like color commentary almost, because y'all, we're all in this space. Like you have a lot of context for it. When you go to TechCrunch, it probably is AI generated text copy, so there's some flavor to it. It's almost like a Joe Budden podcast of B2B.
Well, sure. Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
and we're also in B2B, so we usually have some context around the company or what we've seen like on LinkedIn. Like sometimes we'll be like, oh, we've seen that founder, or like oh wow, I used to work with a company that worked with them, or like we knew stuff from that. Other than like, TechCrunch or something like that, where it's, they might be more B2B side, but they're not going to have like maybe as much context from it.
yeah.
The other thing is because we don't have a lot of red tape and the stakeholders and the VCs and all that other stuff. I mean, half the time we don't even consult each other on ideas, which actually makes it more fun because we'll just show up in random costumes, or we just show up and I'm like, I'm going to bring up the story that's not in the docket. And he's like, okay. And then he shows up in these like ridiculous shirts and I always have to react to them. And then he makes fun of my outfits. Okay.
What?
We always do a fit check. That's like one of our things. We'd always do a fit check before we start the episode. And then the other thing is we're willing to try anything. So we're kind of like content hoes. So it's like we're like, you know what? Why doesn't YouTube work with? That's a clip.
Content hoes.
Content hoes. That's the name of the
You gotta
episode.
be a content hoe.
That's
That's the thing right here.
episode name. Content hoes.
How to be a content hoe.
Yeah, how to be a
How do you,
content hoe.
for all those content marketers out there, how do you become a content hoe if there's so much red tape? Like, how do you actually get past that?
don't.
You don't.
You
honestly,
don't.
you don't.
have to leave
Or you
that.
start your own thing. Like,
You start
have
your
to
own
learn
thing. You have to do a side project that you can let some creative juices flow. push the envelope just a little bit, and that's what we like to do. But we will try anything. Like Tim's like, yeah, whatever, approved. We're gonna try something, at least once. Or what's your rule? It's like try for 30 days or something like that.
I'll try anything for my mind. Well, I don't know if you mean like ask for forgiveness, ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Don't ask.
I'll try
anything
anything for 30 days too.
Yeah.
That too.
But like you have this thing where it was like, yeah, I'll try anything for 3 months. And so I just go and I'm like, hey, we should hire this YouTube agency. He's like, okay. I'm like, okay. And then we listen to them too, where we, how many times they did suck. Well, we can talk about that too.
So that's something I'll take that.
But that's marketing because 9 times out of 10, like 9 times you just gotta just try shit. And the 10th time is going to be a 2.9 million impression freaking clip, right?
That's how you put the reps out.
That's how you just put the reps out. And so the first thing the YouTube agency told us is you got to go take all these like weird, cringy headshots. And they gave us these examples. So we're like in our offices, like, and just do it. And every time I see one of those thumbnails, I'm like, I want to claw my eyes out.
I hate them.
But we embrace the cringe. We're like, cool, we'll play the game. Like you play the stupid LinkedIn game. We'll play the stupid YouTube
Yeah, the
game.
selfie game. Everyone has to post with a selfie now.
I know, yeah. So
Ding
we'll
dong.
just see whether it works. Like we're going to test it out before we knock it.
Is that the current quest right now? Is that you obviously both have some success on LinkedIn, over 25K followers each. Is that your next like mission right now? Is to kind of take on the YouTube game? Or no?
Maybe.
Yes.
We don't really have goals.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's possible. I think we're still gonna try to LinkedIn's still great. Like we're gonna keep going on there. I don't know. I kind of like Instagram and TikTok more right now. The clips.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot more TikTok stuff too. The old elder millennial that I am, so it's very embarrassing. All my friends tell me, but like
embrace the cringe.
Yeah, embracing the cringe. Like we're willing to try, and I think the only reason that we even chose YouTube is because Notorious B2B is a lot of like sharing the actual articles or imagery or video that needs to go with it. But would we have chosen it otherwise? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, well, I'm curious about this because in my experience, I've always found LinkedIn to be easier for building a personal brand, and the other platforms easier to build a show brand. Both of y'all have spectacular personal brands. How do you think about because there's another show too. You have the Marketer's Exit plus Notorious B2B, and then y'all's personal brands. How are you balancing these different vehicles?
It's not like we're trying to grow like the Marketer's Exit or the Notorious B2B company pages. Like we don't care about that. I mean, we do post from there, and we have maybe like 500 followers. And I think actually Tas does check it out quite frequently, but I don't care about
every couple hours checking it out.
Yeah,
That's how I
I'm a numbers person, and maybe that's like my demand gen whatever background. But I'm always sending him analytics, and I know he's like not looked at it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're the same. Or Ding's just kind of he's not big looking at the analytics.
He's like the personality.
The vibes guy.
He's a vibes guy.
But the thing is though, Tim, you say like you're not super focused on like growing these brands, but you guys have done a good job of that, right?
No,
like,
I'm focused on growing the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not,
but not the company page.
Not the company. I really don't care about that. Like the YouTube part, I just don't. I mean, I have a YouTube channel, but not like I don't post on it frequently.
Yeah.
So that's like the only YouTube channel, Notorious B2B, and Marketers where they sit. I don't really care about like growing. I would love those to have a bunch of subscribers.
Tas face right now.
Oh,
Like,
Go on. Yeah.
What?
Okay. Don't care about going. Go on. Go on.
No, grow. I want to grow the podcast and the shows, but I don't even think about like I don't care about growing the company pages or anything like that. I think our personal brands and the company page or the company will grow at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think our personal brands are going to obviously help grow the podcast. Podcast is going to help grow our personal brands because there will be people that either find us from the podcast or didn't care too much about us before that. And then they listened to the podcast because someone told them and then they found us.
Yeah.
I got some questions for you, Tim. Okay. Last time we had you on the pod, you said you're posting twice a day on LinkedIn. Are you still doing that?
No.
How often are you posting? And are you running thought leader ads at this point on LinkedIn?
For my brand, no. For like my company, B2B Rizz, no. For thought leader ads, because I'm not like capacity for like a long time. I do not post twice a day, just because I don't have time for it, unfortunately. I probably post once a day, like Monday through Friday.
Tim, you've changed.
But-
Cross.
Too much of
Too much.
I will post. I've done it. Don't get me wrong. I still do it when it
Cool.
comes. I've done 3 times a day.
You did 11 times that one time.
You did
Oh,
11
you
times
did.
a
I
day?
remember that.
Yeah, that was.
Did it work?
It worked because people thought I was something going on. There's something going on, and I had like literally people texting me, like, "Dude, you're right." Like, yeah, I'm good. Just testing.
Yeah, I tested. Yeah.
But see, that's the thing, the zigging and the zagging, and we just try to zag a little bit. But I think the whole key is to go into it not with the agenda to, we're going to make so much money and like, oh, we're going to turn this into a freaking course and blah, blah, blah. Like, we don't think about that.
That's a big.
So
point.
we knew we had our original businesses. He does the LinkedIn ads, I do the landing pages. We're like, those pay the bills, those take care of the family. We're good at that stuff. That's like, we built the brand around. Cool, great. And then both of these shows just came out of just us wanting to be creative. And then we were like, no one's ever going to sponsor these. And then we ended up getting sponsors and we're like, oh, okay, shit. Okay, now we want more sponsors. But then at that point, people were like, oh man, it's so hard to host one show. We had this call earlier this week and he's like, he has a podcast and he's like, it's so hard to host one show and you guys are doing 2. Like, how are you doing that? And so I always tell people, I'm like, there's no strategy. I scramble like everybody else. Like last week I posted once the entire week, but you just show up and there's other ways to show up on LinkedIn. So, and I'm very good at that. The commenting, I will average like 300 comments a week.
Holy shit.
And because that's easy for me to, it's easier.
300?
Yeah. It's easy for me to react to someone's post and say something on there than it is sometimes for me to, it takes me 30 minutes to 3 hours to write a really, cohesive post about landing pages because I don't use a bunch of AI, but for comments, it's easy. I'm like, oh, this person's trash. This person's great. Love this person.
Yeah.
It's just putting yourself out there. I've gotten a lot of business from like, hey, I saw you comment on Anthony's post. I'm like, hopefully I said something nice.
Well, they show the impressions now. When I see my comments, like 1,000 impressions on comments. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
So yeah, I mean, low-key, that's the
Hack.
maybe that's the zag.
That's the
For
zag.
some, not everyone can comment well.
Yeah, no one. If you just like agree or whatever, yeah, that's stuff.
It doesn't.
Don't
yeah,
do
it's-
that. Don't do that. You have to troll like 150 comments are trolling, and the other 150 is like, and in this day and age of AI, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
So the
I'd be
bot
like-
comments or bots?
No, I will. Yeah, I usually like have fun with it, and then the other half I'll be like, well, actually, I saw this example with a client, whatever, and then
If you want to do it at scale, just do the dictation, like Willow or
yes,
Whisperflow. Just talk, and just don't even edit. Just talk. It's not it will make it look not AI.
Because everyone does the bots and they're all perfect sentence structures, and you could tell when it's AI. But I feel like if you just intentionally misspell some words, forget your punctuation, run on sentence, bad grammar,
Well,
like, that's the hack right now.
yeah, all
It's like
lowercase.
That's humans.
All
Yeah.
Lowercase, 100%.
I call it the Nick Power, all lowercase.
The problem with that though is now people just put that in the prompts.
Nah, but the AI's
No,
bad
but
at
that's
doing
that's
that.
like
They're still, they
201.
still, even if you tell it not to,
You could
and
tell-
dashes, it will still do it.
Yes,
Still
that's
so
true.
do it.
That is
Yeah.
So ridiculous.
I'll throw a GIF in there in the comments sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
Iffy?
GIF or GIF?
let's not open this can of worms.
In my house, it's Jeff, but I say GIF to everybody else because I don't want to get into an argument.
I've always said GIF because it's giraffe.
It's Jeff. The
It's
person who
giraffe, what?
invented it called
Says a GIF.
it's
Yeah,
Jeff.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway.
I say,
So tell us about getting some sponsors for the podcast.
Oh, you want to tell the story?
no, this is your story. You love this story.
I do love to tell the story. We're at Drive last year, and Vector listens to the podcast. So Jess Cook and Joshua Perk, he listens to the podcast. And we made a joke. We just filmed a little piece of content for him. And Tim and I were walking back after filming that, and we said, listen, we've been coming up with this sponsor pitch, okay? We will bash your competitors. If you show up in the news, we will downplay it, or we won't talk about it at all. And we just gave him this ridiculous pitch, and we were laughing. And he's like, wait, are you guys actually taking sponsors? And we're like, sure. And he's like, okay, cool. When you get back, can you send us packages? And I remember Tim and I looking at each other like, oh,
We didn't
crap.
have
We
packages.
didn't have packages.
No package.
So we went home and very quickly put together a package. But then we wrote about how we joked about sponsors. And then Exit 5, like Dave saw it and he sends us a message. He's like, if you guys are serious about sponsors, I want to do it. So Exit 5 came on board. Then we had Vector, and then we had Sahil Patel, who, heads up Spiralize. And he religiously listens to the show. Every Wednesday, he's driving to work and he's texting me live reactions to stuff. He said, I agree with Tim. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I approved this like last week. And so it's just funny. And then that's how we ended up getting the first 3. But we should talk about what we talked about during lunch, which is I have had some sponsor meetings where they have been concerned about the content.
So your show is slightly controversial, or you cover some controversial subjects.
Yeah.
Right. And historically in B2B, it's like, don't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Like, we want to be as PC as possible.
Yes.
So how have those conversations with sponsors gone? Like, do y'all get any directives?
Nice.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been trying to work
That was good. That was
There it is.
smooth.
Ding.
Very good.
Smooth.
I mean, actually, luckily, not much. I think that really does start with the sponsors we've had, because they are. I mean, yeah, maybe some of them do have some red lines and stuff, but they're pretty open to things. I think that's what they wanted. Is they wanted something that was a little bit different. But I know Tas has had some non-sponsor conversations that were, going over the pitch deck that we're very worried, actually.
And it's not even that. I think the sponsors that did agree, they knew what the show was about. They're already brands that are kind of, they like to play a little bit, like a little different.
Yeah.
And so that was okay for us. And one of the things in our contracts, I don't even think Tim's read one of our contracts, but no, I do all of it. I'm the CFO. Yeah.
You have not read it.
I put the contract together. What do you mean I haven't read it? So in there, we talk about creative autonomy, all of that stuff. And actually, when we do the sponsorship pitch, we're not like, okay, just come and just give us an ad read and that's it. So we try to do it completely differently, where it's like we tell stories about Jess Cook or Sahil or Dave. We drop little Easter eggs in there, and we do those different types of things outside of ad reads. Also, depending on who it is, we made Jess Cook do an ad read for Vector because Jess Cook has a following. She has a bigger following than us. People want to hear her voice, not ours. Dave, 150,000 followers. They want to hear his voice, not ours. So when our episodes are starting with like, hey, it's Dave Gerhardt, and you're like, wait, where am I? That kind of gives them pause a little bit. But none of them have said, oh, we gotta change, can you not talk about this? Can you, whatever? Jess Cook, in fact, went as far as matching her ad read to the style of the show. So she's dropping in her ad read, she's like, don't gatekeep that shit. Like, she's actually in our voice. So they went the actual opposite of not being traditional. We have had some sponsorship calls, though, where the champion's a huge fan. And then they're like, okay, I really, I like this. I like the content. It's edgy. It's different. It's niche, whatever. And then when they take it, they're like, I just have to get approval from the founder. So when I hear those words, I'm like, if the founder is not the person who's listening, we're not going to get approved.
Dead in the water.
Yeah. So we actually did a little repositioning exercise. The show has not changed. Okay. But when Ding, you did the whole rap song for us, which was killer, by the way. We need one for marketers.
Throw it in. We should throw it in right now.
Throw it in right now.
Throw it in.
It's the Notorious B2B, the Notorious B2B. Hosted by TNT, every episode explosive like TNT. It's like SNL meets TMZ, but for the marketers who live and breathe B2B. It's the Notorious B2B, the Notorious B2B.
Wow, that's so fire.
Yeah, that was so good. So good. Let me just tell you one thing. My daughter knows the lyrics.
Let's go. When he sent that video, oh my god, so good.
I sent him a voice clip of Nara going, Notorious B2B. It's Notorious B2B. Yeah, so she loves it. And so, now I've lost my train of thought. Oh.
Packages, repositioning.
Yeah, we had to reposition a little bit because in your song, you were like, oh, it's SNL meets TMZ, which is how we initially did it. Yeah. But then after we got sponsors, I'm like, I wonder what would be an easier sell to stakeholder. So I repositioned, and now if you look at our sponsorship deck and our language that we're trying to use in the podcast, it's making B2B news actually fire or actually fun. Still taking the Notorious BIG kind of, our websites like says the squad and the fam and like things like that, but still keeping it B2B so we can get approved. To get money to really try crazy marketing shit. That's what we want to do. We want to buy a billboard in Nebraska and fly Tim out and have him sit in front of this billboard in like the middle of nowhere, which would be fucking sick. So I think it'd be hilarious.
For sure.
Why Nebraska?
Shout out to Nebraska.
I don't know. It's just
Probably
like
cheap. Right.
cheap,
It's like someone
cheap, remote.
We know some people in Nebraska.
You know a couple people actually.
Amazing. Perfect.
Are you guys selling like yearly packages or like per episode?
No, we do like a 3-month or 12 episodes is kind of what we do. So that kind of gives them 3 months runway. And then we do, whatever, the usual like mid-roll, post-roll, pre-roll. But we have a social add-on component, which those are the things that make the eyes light up a little bit, where Tim and I will do a post, but it's not just like, oh yeah, Notorious B2B and it's sponsored by, it's not even that. We'll do a branded partnership with them. And it could be completely unrelated to the podcast. It doesn't have to be selling their product either. It could literally be anything. So it was a way to collaborate with us. And I think that was the big sell for most of them.
Yeah, switching gears, I have a bit of a spicy one here. So y'all do a remote podcast. It's watchable. It's enjoyable. The energy is high. Most remote podcasts I see, absolute garbage. Like I can't sit through it. It's so boring. What are some strategies or tactics that y'all use to make a remotely recorded podcast still fun and high energy?
Honestly, I think that, well, one, we schedule it for the same time every week, so we know like whether we're ready to do it or not. We know it's there and we have to do it. 2, I think it's just we kind of work off of each other. I think if it was a solo podcast, I would have quit by now, right? Because I can't just like talk the whole time. Tas also likes to talk a little bit more than me, so I can just let her run.
That's true. So
it's
the
nice.
balance is nice because I will do like the longer explanations. He maybe is more reserved than I am.
I also fumble my words. So.
Introvert, extrovert energy. No, give yourself credit. Introvert, extrovert energy. But then he just drops. Like he'll just do a mic drop moment sometimes. And I think it's so funny because I will meet people and they're like, oh my gosh, like how did this Tim and you partnership come in? Like, how did you figure him out or whatever? And I was like, I didn't figure him out. I guess I think that's part of it is like, I think he's going to agree with me. And he's like, okay, but on the other hand, or the razzing between us, when people message us about Notorious B2B, they're laughing at our inside jokes. Like he'll make a joke about like all the founders being on like Ketty doses, so it's like just things like that, just like funny things we come up with and razzing each other about outfits. And then Sahil's like, yeah, that shirt was too much or what, it's just like dumb stuff like that. And so we just say funny things and we go.
Let him talk.
Oh yeah.
I have a similar relationship because Dean's like you're good at monologues. I kind of moderate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dean, can we get one from you right now?
Can we get one from? Oh man, I'm not ready for this one.
All right, we'll wait till.
I love a good I love a good dang monologue.
Oh, just get me on a rant. We'll probably touch on something, but when it happens,
Yes, you will know.
All right, give us something good. What's number one content tip right now, 2026, as of end of March, beginning of April?
For like what? For LinkedIn? For
LinkedIn.
Like,
B2B content.
specifically.
B2B content. LinkedIn.
Ooh.
I have a few. I mean, I have a few from like the landing page side of things.
Okay.
You said LinkedIn, not landing page.
LinkedIn.
Okay.
It is my landing page content on LinkedIn.
It's important.
This is why we argue, and that's why people like it.
It makes landing page content on LinkedIn.
Most of the time. Plug. I've been doing the animated infographics lately, and I did one with Vince Pieri, and it was the most that I'd ever gotten on a LinkedIn post, and it was like 1,700 reactions and 200.
It was like a collab project that you guys made
No,
together.
I paid him to. I paid him to help me create an infographic, and then he also animated it, and then it became this like, it was insane. It has like 2,700 saves, even though it only had 1,700 likes. So that one was really good.
Yeah. When you say animated, like how does that show up on LinkedIn? Is it animated on the landing page itself?
It's a GIF.
It's a GIF?
It's a GIF. Yes, little circle back.
Play it in the clip.
Yeah.
We got to show it real quick.
Yeah, show it, run it.
And that worked really well because it was nicely produced, had a lot of good insights in there.
Yes.
And why did it go about? And he used his audience or no?
No, it was,
No.
I posted it to my audience. We actually, I talked to him a lot about it because I was one of his like earlier, students, customers, whatever. But he's like, I'm trying to determine what makes something go viral in terms of infographics. And he said that there were a few components. One, easy to digest and easily savable. Like, I got to come back to this. Two, not super simple. You can't be like regurgitating obvious information. It has to be something that's like, oh, I need to digest this. I get it, but I need to digest this and put this into practice. And then tactical. So telling them exactly how to accomplish the same thing. And so it has to be somewhat a novel idea packaged in a way. I got to come back and then steps to actually do it. And he thinks that those are the things that make it go.
I like it's almost like a hack to optimize for dwell time. It's like, here's a visual hook trigger. This is interesting. It's complex enough that you'll want to spend a little time with it, presenting some kind of new information.
Yeah.
But it's presented in a digestible enough way that people will like, oh, I'll try and give this a shot. Whereas if I see like too many numbers and charts, I'm like, maybe another time.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you all heard about the dwell time thing?
Yeah, that was one of the first things I ever learned about LinkedIn when I started writing.
For anyone that doesn't know, dwell time, LinkedIn is pushing content that has dwell time. So if people are staying on your post for a long time, that's called dwell time. So the more dwell time, the more I'll do. I actually had a post, one of my best performing posts in the last few months. It was like a picture of me like taking a selfie at the office. You could kind of see my screen, but you couldn't actually see it. So I think a lot of people were trying to see what my screen looked like. So there's a lot of dwell time on that. That's my prediction.
Yeah. So if you're watching this on LinkedIn right now, just play the video, leave it open on your screen for about 2.5 minutes. Thank you very much.
We did discover one thing with Notorious B2B is when we were posting clips and promoting the podcast early on, it would not do really well. So Tim and I took a different approach, which is we'll talk about one of the stories and maybe it's a text post, maybe it's him doing like a Loom video share or something like that. And then we'll subtly plug and say, oh, we covered the whole thing on Notorious B2B, or, hey, this week on Notorious B2B, we talked about this crazy idea or whatever. But then we don't show a clip from the podcast and then we have them go and kind of seek it out. So we've done that. With Marketer's Exit, it's been really interesting because actually most of our Spotify audience came in from search, not direct. Notorious B2B, there's a lot of direct is our primary source, people coming to us from other channels. But Marketer's Exit, it's like someone searching for offers or pricing or Exit 5 podcast. And then we're like, Marketer's Exit, hey, what's up? So that's where we're seeing a lot of, it's like content determines the distribution and channel. It's like crazy.
Let's get Connor loose in here real quick.
Connor!
Oh.
I'm sorry. Lagged it. Or shoes?
Jet lag
My shoes are outside. They're
from
new now.
Boston.
No free feet pics.
Hey, get on the camera.
Yeah, this episode is brought to you by feetfinder.com.
Whoa.
Have you heard about the trend where
I feel
now
so
all the
slutty.
women want an only hands?
Just cereal.
Only hands?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like only hands.
Hi.
I need a hand. I was reaching for you. Don't leave me hanging.
I came from the airport.
Yeah.
I gave a pitch
I know.
on
At the airport?
at like a restaurant in the airport.
No, nice.
It worked.
Oh.
Let's go.
Like I said. But yeah, I feel a little schlubby. I'm not in my
It's
best
okay.
foot form.
It's all
but-
good.
Dude, got the earth tones.
Thank you. They got the
Shoes?
earth only for Austin. Though. Thank you.
The ClickUp shit looks sick too.
Oh, thank you very
Yes.
much. What are you guys talking about?
Give us your number one B2B content tip, Brandon.
Oh, shit.
Don't run into the camera and tripod.
We gotta get you actually on the pod sometime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd love that. Happy to do it while I'm here too. You want my number one B2B content tip?
Yeah.
It's so lame. I was actually just talking about it on the pitch I was doing, which is that like do stuff that other people aren't doing. Where it's like if you become a copycat, I don't know. This was the conversation I was having with the head of marketing, which is like it is actually a risk to do live action ads, and I recognize that with everyone that we work with. The safer play is always to do a product explainer. But I worry sometimes that we go for the safe and end up just like getting lost in the noise. I know this is kind of generic advice, but it just came up in a conversation today where you should zig when they zag. You know, if everyone else in your face is doing a product explainer. Wait, did I hit like a?
Yeah,
a
we
visual?
literally exact words.
Sweet, awesome.
So that was
I've
great.
heard it in like 16 different keynote speeches, so it's my
Oh, dang it. We need to come up with a different...
But in this case,
They zag, we zig.
Nailed it.
Start the like rolling paper company, right? No, this was a software selling to advisors, and every other of their competitors had only done product explainers, and so they were like, "Why don't we just do a product explainer?" And I was like, "Well, because you don't want to be like your competitors, you want to stand out from them. So, do something different." That's my number one advice. It's across all content too, right? It's not just video.
I'll speak on Connor's behalf because I don't watch a lot of video on LinkedIn. Sorry. But I do watch a lot of Connor's videos because I know that I'm going to expect some sass. Like he's going to explain some concepts, but then he's like laying somewhere with his feet up, like, you know, it's very like 2000s Mean Girls vibe, or he's just like doing there's just like the little Easter eggs. And I love that because then I'm looking for the Easter eggs while I'm listening to something that he's kind of teaching us and all the different shots and stuff. And so that's where I'm like the zig versus zag. I love that. And I always send him a message that has nothing to do with the content of the video. I'm like, oh my God, I love it. You did your little leg up like that. That was so cute.
I'm like, did you learn anything? You're like,
like,
no, but I
what?
loved your outfit. No,
No, I had to watch it a second time but I watched it a second time.
That's good. That's
See?
good. I appreciate that.
All right.
All right. Nice.
You can get
Okay. A piece.
We're going to wrap up here.
All right, cool. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Place is dope, by the way.
Thank you.
Place is so cool.
That was a drop in. We're at Spring right now, 2026. We're heart of Austin, our new office, right across the street where a lot of the pre-parties are happening for Spring. Peplaya's annual event by Winter marketing conference, B2B marketers. So we've been having a bunch of B2B marketers coming in, coming out. Connor Lewis just stopped by the office and we got to get a little mic drop from him. But you're about to say your B2B content tip and then we can kind of like wrap up this spot.
All right.
Unless Dink has other stuff.
I got a tip that I want to hear Tim's first.
I got two like tactical, I guess. So one for the videos, for at least for LinkedIn. So the evolution was, at least for me, the vertical, long form, like those were crushing. And then LinkedIn just completely dropped it. Then you went to horizontal. So like because the text would be over it. Now I'm trying to square. So kind of like in the middle.
Oh.
And the square is working better. You still get the text over. You still get the description copy, which is nice. But it's just bigger than like the...
Ooh.
March 23rd as of filming. Square. I actually seen that too.
Yeah. I'm liking it. I'm going to keep pushing it. Get like an extra centimeter, see how much...
Because it can get in the vertical.
I'm going to keep
You're getting
adding.
the
I'm going to
vertical?
keep adding until it takes the description out. You know what I'm saying?
Rounded corners
Except
is
the
next.
bubbles.
Okay.
I hate the
Yeah, dramatic.
Then we're doing circles.
I actually hate the round.
Bursts.
Members. Around the corners would be a circle.
Yeah.
It's like a rhombus.
A rom.
Why is the rhombus?
You had one more tip, and then
And one more.
and then
One
Dink's
more
gone.
is, and we kind of mentioned it earlier, like in the Loom videos. Instead of taking like a slide deck or something, I would just post an image. I'll just take a Loom video, or actually I like to use a Screen.studio because it has like the outer. It's just like
And no free
Yeah.
advertising. What?
free plugs.
No free plugs.
I like the look better. And I'll just walk through that instead of just like posting the slide deck or just posting the image. I just find that to be better. It's working better.
Tim also does Loom comments, which
That is
I used to
fire.
I used to do a lot more.
yeah, used to.
It's like the Screen.studio is a good tool.
I like
It is.
it.
I like it. Yeah, it's clean. It's not too expensive too. It's like
Yeah, it's
$8 a
Yeah,
month.
but
Sponsor
it's a little
us.
bit slow. Anyway, no, sponsor them. Don't listen
the
to what I just
process is
said.
a little bit slower, to be fair.
It is slow.
But the video, I just like the video. So like the automatics.
It's clean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
Ding. What do you got?
All right, spicy take. My least favorite question that I get from B2B marketers is, should I do this kind of video or this kind of video? No, do all the kinds of videos. I hate when the question is framed as an either or. It's absolutely not. So a good example of this is people ask me, or they'll ask some of our influencer marketing agency friends, should we hire influencers and do this big campaign over doing video testimonials? Well, it's like, what are you sending this attention to? Right? You're paying for distribution, and then they're going to this horribly designed landing page. Should probably talk to Tas. No video customer testimonials. They're doing these events. Or like, can we do a crazy challenge video and they have no plans to capture sessions. It's like, let's make sure our foundation is set so that all of the very creative, highfalutin. What's up?
It's the monologue.
The monologue has started.
What's the timer?
We're in it. Well, you asked for it. Here it is.
Yes, keep going.
You don't want.
But she messed it up.
Yeah. No, it's all good. We got editors.
No, they're not editors.
Screwed
We got editors.
I know, but now he's got like
No. The energy is high.
Keep rolling.
And the fire just continues to be spat.
Keep going, Dan. Keep going. You got this. Finish
Right.
it. Finish the point. Weave it. Weave it.
He's gotta weave it. You gotta do the weave. Yeah. But find a way. So if you're a company or you're a marketer out there, you're evaluating, should I do A or B or C? Find a way to do all of it, even if it means scaling back the individual things. Hey, let's not spend $100,000 on the creative video influencer campaign. Can we pull 50K of that and get our basics locked down? That's a much better way than saying like, oh, every swing we have to be for the fences. It's like, sure, do some stuff that not everyone else is doing. But if everyone else is doing something, there's probably a good reason that everyone's doing it. So just think critically, don't follow the hype. Be like, we only need to do this one thing right now because that not seeing that work out well.
And don't be afraid to fuck up and fail, because I think I posted one video and it got like 5 impressions or something because my hook said, comment, workout, whatever. So LinkedIn probably flagged that post as a comment gating post. Just because I was trying to be funny. It was me. It was like how B2B marketers work out. And I did this whole video on that.
Which I love, by the way. I love when you post clips of your husband's meal prep that he brings on the flights. I see that. I'm like, I'm so inspired. I'm slacking right now.
But don't be afraid to be like, you know what? That sucked. I deleted it. I waited a few weeks. I reposted it with a totally different text post. Hundreds of reactions.
Why delete it though?
Because the other one, I didn't want the same one to repeat in the activity channel. Not just
You
you
got-
rack, my friend.
But as you put the reps out, put out the output, and then you never know.
Never know.
One clip might hit 3 million impressions, and then you just get more insights on, hey, this didn't work because you're always testing new things.
Yeah.
And then now you know what works and what doesn't work. So you always got to be putting out the output. And that's what we're doing right now with B2B Content Show. We're posting lots of clips. Go check out the YouTube. I even want to show you some of this. We're going crazy right now on it. We're doing like horizontal clips. We got the funny thumbnails that are going up every day.
Yeah.
Like this is, we're going hard to see what we can
All
do.
we're missing is the photo shoot for our faces.
Yeah.
We did that at home. We're gonna do professional ones though.
These are AI. Look at this is me and Ding being AI right there. That's AI faces.
Oh, here's an idea that Tim and I had that we were gonna do. You wanna know how far our content will zag? Jake's gonna like this whenever he listens.
I'm listening.
He's too busy bragging.
Look at our thumbnails, bro.
You actually on it.
generated thumbnails.
This did pretty good. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay,
Zagging.
listen. This is how far we both wanted to zag. One, we were gonna rent a Maserati when we were here. It didn't work out. Don't talk to me. Logistically, there were some issues.
That was
Okay, second, we were going to do a professional photo shoot. We're like, what if we actually just hired a maternity photographer, and then Tim would like
As a
be the
baby?
one that we would do a Notorious B2B baby, and like do a full maternity shoot. Okay, I don't know about that,
Whoa.
but do a full maternity shoot, like real funny. And
That's
so
funny.
those are the types of things that we think about while you're thinking about your next state of report and putting that on a landing page and then running programmatic.
I like those reports.
Yeah. So anyway. Sorry, no shade.
Wrong
That was bull shade
2026
against the
state
whole
report.
industry. Never mind.
Those maternity photos would go hard.
I'm just saying.
Come
Oh,
on.
the PJ jet.
Do
We're
it.
gonna get the PJ.
You guys getting a PJ?
Oh, yeah,
You
yes.
can rent out.
Yeah.
I think it's just like you just rent them out for photo shoots.
Oh.
We have like a
Influencers
whole
do. It's like
docket
$50.
of
It's
just
crazy.
random
Not that bad.
ideas. Like when our first half of our episodes covered the rippling and deal fiasco, and so then we were like, okay, we're gonna send as swag, we're gonna send spy kits to everybody with like just things like that because of the investigative spy. So it's just shit like that you get to think about. And okay, show me your arm. What's on your arm right now?
Oh.
You took it off?
Oh,
No, it's right here.
That's
no,
real too,
no,
right?
the peel. You peeled
it's
it
in
off.
4K. Oh, he's
the
he's
cover.
wiping it.
Oh, okay, okay. Uh-huh.
No, it's supposed to have the drip.
He's got a Notorious
It's
B2B tattoo. Like,
Fire.
It's
Yeah.
dripping.
See?
yeah, there you go.
Zagging.
Zagging.
Zags rip.
Be a content hoe. Let's go.
Content ho, zigging, zagging. If you made this far in the episode, go like, comment, subscribe. Tell them.
See, we don't do that.
Tell them if you made it this far. If you made it this far in the video, we will send you something. We'll send you something.
Like,
I don't know what it is.
Spy kit.
What should we send? Spy kit?
Yeah, a spy
Plant.
kit.
Spy kit?
We will send you
Plant's
your
nice.
own note taker, but it'll be a real human.
How about this? How was it?
Yo, funny. Dillo pillow, just follow people around.
pillows.
Mace Windu.
Yeah, you're getting auctioned off, Dilla.
He's
He's locked in.
Right?
Yeah.
We got a lot going on right now. There's a lot of work actually.